York. Ahoy! I'm back! I mean, you probably didn't know I was gone, so I should probably explain that. I've been to the US for 3 weeks, traveling all across from LA to New York. Like, somehow like that. And on my trip, I found a lot of interesting things. And most importantly for this show, I saw a lot of virtual reality experiences. Now, most of them were bad, to say the least, but one did stand out. And first of all, I went to a car convention where Jaguar had a virtual reality setup. Now, that one sucked. Bad. As you can see here.
Hold it down. Yep, now cut off.
Nice.
There you go. And then space. So with space you got to look down.
Nothing really happens. We just sit in the cabin of the car. I mean, sure, it's the cabin of the car, but what do you really get out of it? I did get something out of it. Got this keychain. Look, it's a little Jaguar. Isn't that cute? Oh, can you see it? Focus. Focus. Oh. Yeah, well, you got a keychain. That's it. Not much else. I mean, you sit in the cabin of a Jaguar. It's leathery. It's a Jaguar. It's pretty nice. But I mean, right next to the experience, there was an actual Jaguar you can sit inside. I prefer the real thing. Now, we traveled across the US by train, pretty slow. But we did reach New York, which was an exciting town. I was almost killed several times by taxis. Apparently taxis are a big thing there. I didn't know that. I mean, I did. As you do in New York, you walk around. And on my walk around New York, I found the Samsung store. They had a lot of cool shit. I mean, none of these things are particularly revolutionary because I've already seen them before, but they did manage to show them off, I guess. I mean, here's some pictures from the Samsung store. Again, not particularly interesting, but I did see it and I'm gonna share it. But as soon as I got to New York, I went on my phone and I wrote virtual reality to see what was there. And I should probably have done that, you know, in preparation, but I did not because I am very bad at preparing for anything. So I just went inside the first virtual reality place I could find called Jump Into the Light, which was quite an experience, as it just so happens. Now I went there on a Wednesday and I talked to one of the owners. And he told me to come back on Sunday. And I did. And it was packed. So many people doing all kinds of virtual reality. It was fantastic to look at, but I couldn't get an interview because it was completely filled. Everybody was running around, they were shorthanded, and you know, this is what I do. I'm pretty good at it. I'm not that good at many things, but I do know how to run a virtual reality headset. Doesn't really say a lot, but I can do that. So I offer my help. So I'm there for 3 hours, putting people in and out of virtual reality experiences, getting hands-on experience in what a virtual reality arcade is. And it's pretty fucking cool. You meet a lot of cool people, you get to introduce the medium to a lot of people, which is awesome. And as people shorted out and it got later into the night, I did get my interviews. And here's what people had to say about it.
So I'm a software developer. I have a software consulting company, and a few years ago, Google Glass came out. I've been waiting for this for a long time, VR, AR, and I got it. I'm like, yes, it's here. And then, no, it wasn't here. Just the form factor was wrong. It was clunky. And so then, I guess about a year later, I remember somebody showed me the first 360 video on the phone, and I was just going like. I was watching, you know, the field of view change. I was like, wow, that's amazing. I ordered Google Cardboard, and as soon as I put it on, I'm like, okay, now I know what I'm doing with the rest of my life. And so after that, a friend of mine and I bought a bunch of GoPro cameras. We started filming 360 videos. Then we noticed there was no place to show them anywhere. So then we, we started jumping light. Almost a couple years ago at this point on St. Mark's Place, yoga to the people. We were doing one night a week there. And then we got a permanent location on the Bowery in September of 2016. Then we moved here April 2017, and then we're just here. We've had like a couple of other spaces, like we had a pop up in Times Square. We had another pop up on St. Mark's. But yeah, that's what's up right now. Yeah, so this is Skydive VR. A friend of ours, Ronnie, is a skydiving instructor, and he created this. He uses it to teach his students before they get on the plane. He actually puts them in this. So it's like a simulator for skydiving instruction. This is the only place in the world that you can just come to an entertainment center and do it. We have like a bunch of different maps. You can skydive into airports, you can skydive into like Grand Canyon or Yosemite, or a number of other experiences. And it's pretty realistic. It was made by a skydiving instructor with like a physicist, and it's supposed to be pretty realistic. Okay, so this is called Peroration 6. It's a 4D experience in 360. It's a music video. It's like next level music video, and it's done by a DJ called Floating Points, Sam Shepard. So this guy, Yannick LeBlanc, and a friend of his, they built this basically. They built the platform They build the fans that surround you, and so as you'll see in a minute once you go in, like the floor vibrates, the synchronized wind, and everything runs over Wi-Fi into these headsets, so we can put like 4 people in simultaneously, and everyone will see the same thing at the same time. But again, this is the only place in the world you can do this experience. Jump into the light. So the name, Jump Into the Light. So 100 years ago, approximately, we had the first cinemas, and the screens were 100 feet away. Then, like in the 1950s, TV took off, and the screens were 10 feet away. And then desktop computers came, and the screens were like 2 feet away, like right on our desks. Then the mobile phone revolution, and the screens were 1 foot away. And then now we have virtual reality and augmented reality, and the screens are like right on our face. And then who knows what's coming next? Contact lenses, a direct USB jack to the back of your spinal cord or something. But we're jumping into the light. We love the screens, we love the light, we can't stop looking at it. And it's like, it's just, I guess it's sort of just like a metaphor for we're becoming one with the computer, we're becoming one with our technology. Jump into the light.
Trying to help them make sure they don't get hurt. That's all it is. How you feeling over there? You can keep going. Don't worry about it.
All in all, if you're ever in New York, I would definitely recommend to go into the light. Other than that, I wish you a good night. Press down that speeder and drive away. Drive out of here. To a new town, new opportunity.